But the question is, how do you personally handle loss?
Welcome to Impact and Fulfillment with Coach Mike D, where you'll gain practical wisdom and dynamic insight from amazing conversations to live your best life.
What's going on, y'all? This is Coach Mike D with another episode of Impact and Fulfillment. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're well, and I hope you're great. You know, today's quick message, I'm going to chat about loss. Loss. Because in life, you are going to suffer loss. Some big losses, some small losses. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to deal with loss no matter what. The best of the best have lost at some point in their life. But the question is, how do you personally handle loss? Does loss cause you to retreat? Or does loss motivate you to come back stronger? Does loss cause you to retreat, to pack it up, go home and say, I'm done with it? Or does loss serve as a motivator to cause you to get the fire burning even hotter? You know, in addition to doing, personal development and peak performance coaching and consulting and, helping individuals through various situations in life, I also am an assistant coach on my son's youth football team. And youth coaching is fun, right? Like various sports, like we've obviously done, we're doing football now, but we've done baseball and basketball and, just kind of helping out, with the team is always fun. And, kind of a side note, I started doing youth football coaching back when I was still in high school. I was helping my dad coach the little rec team that he had back in the day. And I've been doing it for years. It's something I've enjoyed doing. But speaking about loss, earlier today, I'm recording this on a Saturday, but earlier today we had a football game and the little team, man, we got splattered. I mean, we got legitimately beat down. And it's interesting because the age group is, 10U. So pretty much everybody on the team is 10 or younger. And but we got beat down pretty bad today. And it made me think about the concept of loss. Because, some of the young kids had never really experienced loss like that. But then you may have had some who have played other sports before where they've gotten beaten pretty bad, but this one was pretty rough. And the thing is, as we were on the sideline, in the middle of the game, you just saw the demeanor of everyone just deflate, right? It was like, the energy was gone. It was an interesting perspective. But it was also one of those moments where it makes you take a step back and think about, okay, now how are we going to show up on Monday at practice? Is this going to be something that causes us to say, you know what, Coach, I think I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. Or is this going to be something to say, all right, I see where I need to improve. I'm going to come out here and bring my best, and I'm going to learn from this loss and make something happen. But the thing is, when we experience loss, I think a lot of times we fall into one of two buckets. Either it serves as motivation for us to go and improve and do better, or in a lot of instances, it causes us to retreat. And we just say, forget it, I'm done. But I guess I ask the question to you, how do you specifically deal with loss? Are you typically one that once you lose, you run? Or are you one that gets fired up by things not going your way? Do you turn a loss into a motivation? Do you turn a loss into fuel? How are you wired? And I think that's interesting because we all need to pay attention, not to how we handle the good stuff, but take inventory of how we handle when things are not going our way. How we handle when everything falls apart. Do we fall apart in the process? Or do we at least hold ourselves together as everything around us falls apart? It's an interesting perspective, but I think as we look to grow and to gain maximum impact and fulfillment in life, as we look to incorporate, peak performance into how we operate so that we can become our best, we can optimize our existence, we can optimize the things that we touch, the things that we are involved in, I think we need to really take an inventory of how we handle ourselves when things don't go our way. Because that gives a window into how you're wired. And once you realize how you're wired, then you can learn to properly address yourself. And why is it important to address yourself? I had a wise individual that I actually interviewed about 1.5 years or so ago, Dr. Caracas Watkins. He goes by Doc Rock. But he said, if you can lead one, you can lead many. If you can't lead one, you can't lead any. That one that you need to master leading is yourself. If you can lead yourself through challenges, if you can lead yourself to bounce back and, incorporate resilience or, develop resilience when things don't go your way, if you can incorporate those things, if you can lead yourself in that direction, then you have the capacity to lead others, because others have components that are very similar to yourself. And if you can do it once, you can do it multiple times. So that goes back to the notion of why it's so vitally important for you to understand how to lead yourself. But to lead yourself, you have to first know yourself. So take an inventory the next time that you experience a loss. Take an inventory of how you handle it. What you might find is, okay, I'm the one that learns to, get resilient and really become more fortified after a loss. Or you might find that, I'm one that typically tucks my tail and runs after things don't go my way. If that's the case, now you can build a framework to work around that, to start practicing building resilience so that as you experience loss throughout life, and you will, you can start to turn losses into lessons and build on those lessons and turn those into assets. Let's turn losses into lessons and build on those lessons so that they turn into assets. Then we have something to pass down to others, but we also have something that allows us to then have fulfillment in how we operate. Because again, this is all about impact and fulfillment. All right, y'all. Well, hey, as always, make sure to grab a copy of my book, The 33 Laws of Impact and Fulfillment, currently available on Amazon and Audible or at CoachMikeD.com. Y'all reach out on Instagram at Coach Mike D, LinkedIn, follow me on YouTube at Coach Mike D. And until next time, y'all be blessed, well, and wise. And I'll holler at you. Peace.
I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow Coach Mike D everywhere on social media. Y'all be blessed, well, and wise.